Hello, good afternoon everyone. This is Sujit here, and today I'm making a video regarding the structs. Okay, structure is a kind of data structure which is also used in Swift. And basically, structures are compared with classes. The main difference between class and struct is that structs are value type. So, what does that mean? So whenever you assign a variable of structure into another variable, the copy of that particular variable is created and assigned into that other variable. So whenever, suppose let a is equals to certain data, right? And suppose, let's say, and if you want to assign b with a, then the entire uh, data inside within A is copied and put it inside B, so that if you change any data within B, it won't be reflected inside A. However, like in case of class, if you assign that variable inside another variable, then if you change certain parameter over here, then it will be reflected inside A. So like in class it is called as reference type variable, but in struct we call it as a value type. So I have clearly mentioned over here, so it is just for an instance. And like here is a statement: if you can always send a copy of your variable to another places, you never have to worry about that other place changing the value of your variable underneath you. So it implies the same thing that I just said. Like if you assign or pass your struct into any other function, then you don't have to worry whether the function will change its value or not. The changes will not be reflected within the original variable you created. Like and the other difference is that the structure, they are faster in comparison with classes. um, Structure are mainly created whenever you have a small data and there is a finite set of functions that will be operated upon those properties. So in that case only you need a struct. But if you want to create a broad definition of an object, and that object is like it has a relation with other object, then structure would not be a good it won't be a good data structure for you. In that case you need to refer classes, and you can even use inheritance in classes, while you cannot use the inheritance in struct. So that is very clear differences between struct and classes. And in this video I want to give you an instance of a structure by creating a struct. So let's define it. Struct, struct, it is the keyword that is used to define struct and give the name of the struct. So it is always it started with capital letter, and just like in classes, and we can define the properties over here. So it may consist of double. Okay, so there is var x, so it is a double, and you can even initialize over here, but no need to initialize right now. And var y is another variable, another property, let's say, and it is also double. So if you want to declare a stored function, then You can use func as the keyword, and let's define a function in order to calculate the magnitude of that particular object or struct. So magnitude will be returning the double data, and it will be computing over the stored properties. So magnitude would be something x square plus y square, and it should be square root of those value, right? So it should be like something like that. Sorry. So this is the stored function or method, you may say. So it would be operating over those stored properties x and y. X and y are the coordinates of the particular point. One beneficiary about the point is that, like, if it is a struct, then you can directly initialize without using any initializer. Let's define a constant p as a point, right? So x and y, you can fill it like 2 and 5. So those are the coordinates, and see, we have not defined any initializer over here, but it is taking those two arguments and putting inside those two stored properties. So this is the privilege of this structure, and in case of class you need to define the initializer in order to initialize those two properties. So we have created a structure p which is point, and we need to right now I will show you how to use the stored function in order to compute and display the magnitude of that particular point. So this is the way, and like in each case you can use dot operator in order to um, call that function, or if you want to just use the coordinate, then you can use it like this using dot operator. So let's do one thing. Let's put it here, then say, come on. So it takes some time. Let's have some sip of tea. So 2 and 5 are x and y coordinates, and the magnitude of this particular point is 5.385. That would be like 2 squared plus 5 squared, and putting that into square root. So let's verify. So if we use 2 to 4, 2 square 4, 4 square 4 square 16, 16. What was it, 16? So what will happen if we put it like this? 448. Okay, so this is it. We can calculate the magnitude from the origin using this function. So that's all about this struct for today's lecture, and you can use this particular file. I'll be putting the URL of this particular file in the description below, so that you can download and play around with this example. So that's all. Thank you and have a great day.